Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Reactions with your boys, the Project WEBTOON's podcast group here, coming with episode 12 of the episode 12 of Noblesse. As you can see, we're one person down, as we said before. He was gonna go out there and join his family for the holidays, but we'll carry on here. Of course, as always, it's your big man. It is Sleepy.
And this is our Dragoon.
Yep. Hoping everyone else is having a safe and happy holidays so far. I know it's a little chilly up here. We're gonna have a white Christmas, aren't we there, Ark?
I mean, we knew it was coming.
Did we? Did we though?
Yes.
How many weeks did we not have anything?
That's not true. We had snow for a little bit, and the temperature
It wasn't
went
even
like,
really a little bit. It was literally like what? A day? A couple days?
It was a day or two, and
Yeah.
then it disappeared as soon as temperatures went back up to 50 for some odd reason.
For some odd reason.
It's fine. We knew it was coming.
Well, I always usually think it's going to be later on, closer to the end, when it normally should, be done. That's when it all like piles down on us now.
No, we're gonna have it where it's like that weird year 2 years ago, where it was like in the middle of like May and it snows, and we were like, no one was prepared for this, and it wasn't just like a little bit of snow. It was like a huge ass blizzard for no reason.
Global warming is the best, isn't it? Let's actually just get into this new episode and see what more information we get before we truly like bite down onto that. All right.
The truth is, Ryan was just like, I'm just walking, like it's fine.
Oh yeah, you can just take a break. Well, he doesn't look he would run anyway. Look, Ark, another lady.
Yes. That's like pointing out like the female characters who like pawn over like all the male characters, and they're like, oh, everyone's so hot. I'm like, yeah, they're females, but they're not characters though. They're just background noise, kind of.
I mean, just like homeboy here, he's nothing more than an obstacle, really.
No, he actually has more character because
he has more character, but he's still not a complete character.
And actually, no, he's not a complete character yet.
Once again, just because you have more character doesn't make
But he
it
does have more character though.
Previous lore. Oh, okay, so everyone's just guilty now. Screw it. I'm sure he's not gonna like that. There we go. This is what I was waiting to trip for. That Vega-like reaction. Playing. I was gonna say right there, Ark, isn't that homeboy from the past? Homie in the mask.
No.
Or that's his one of his many sons that just looks exactly like him.
That's his other son, yes.
It's too many kids. Alright, so he's just super easy to antagonize. Alright.
気になるか。お前がこんな騒ぎを起こすとはな。申し訳ありません。ですが、家主様がロードを裏切ったと聞き、真相を。レジス、ルケドニアを出ろ。 そんな卑怯な真似はできません。家主様が裏切りを疑われていると。
ではもし本心だったら、
その時はランデグル家の純粋血統として叱るべき罰を受けます。
そこまで言うなら俺を超えていけ。お前の攻撃が俺をかすりでもしたら、ゲシュテル様に会えるように協力してやる。どうだ。
最大の機会を与えてくださっている。
とっとと始めろ。時間がない。
この俺様にグランディアを使わせるとはな。
M21! くそ、ここからじゃダメだ。
And now out.
ガラクタごときが出しゃばるからだ。死ね。
隠れていれば
少しは長生きできたのにな。所詮はゴミだ。ゴミガラクタ。やめろ。汚い手で触るんじゃねえ。
貴様が誇り高き本物の貴族。貴様みたいな卑劣な真似はし
この野郎。兄ちゃん、これは。
話は後で聞こう。敵を片付けたら
つらならもう。お前は。
これはまたひどいやられ。
知っているのか。
ああ、セーラを迎えに行った時にね。この前はセーラに免じて見逃してやっただけ。
貴様と違
Alright,
う。
so he's just not
私は
playing with
命が
him
けの
this
戦
time.
いを幾度となく経験した。
なんだと。兄ちゃん、でも。
相手のレベルも把握できないお前には無理だ。だったとは。ならば私も相応の礼儀を見せるとしよう。
嘘だろ。兄ちゃんがソウルウェポンを。
共鳴せよ、ダークスフィア。
まだです。まだやれます。諦めるわけにはいかないのです。
A lot of these
誇りを
pity
持って
fights.
自分が正しいと思う道を行け。
何より僕を生かせるために命がけで戦っているあいつらに顔向けができない。
私と彼が争うことに反対なさるでしょう。ですが彼こそが一連の事態の父上の過ちは私が正してみせます。ルリス、ゲシュテルを。ロザリア。
セーラ、行くわよ。ロードがお呼びなの。
Let's put on. They're just having a Dragon Ball Z match.
消えた。
周囲に溶け込んだ兄ちゃんを探せるわけがない。
ビンゴ。
兄ちゃんを見つけるなんて。いい気になるな、ガラクタども。かばうからだ、バーカ。ざまあみろ。
愚か者。の攻撃が当たることはなかっただろう。ケルティア家は技が隠密であるのみ。魂が卑怯であっては。
お前を後継者に選んだかよく分かったよ。まだまだこれからだ。
It's done.
申し訳ございません。僕のせいで。
たく。
約束はお守りくださいね。
So is there a chapter which they go to day-to-day life with them on the island?
You mean like what happens to the lords and
Well,
stuff?
just what they do in a normal time, in the normal day.
はい。
since they don't
Yes,
live with
but that's like
humans?
way. They do that way later. Like,
okay.
これはあまりに
Wait, is she trying to put both of them to sleep?
ロード、あ
Or
なた
did
は
she
セ
say
ー
she
ラを
wanted to
平
put both
民
of
な
them?
ど
Yes.
さ
Okay,
せたく
yep.
ないのでは。だからこそ代々のロードが眠る聖なる地に
also here, this is also the thing where it makes no difference like whether or not the old lords are dead because Genjutio is one of the old
Is one of
lords
the
and he
old
definitely knows everything that
それで
happened.
はありますまい。変わらず、家主に匹敵する力を持ち、先代ロードがお認めになったただ一人の人間、フランケンシュタイン。
But that also means that Gestihl has been pretty much allowing this entire thing to happen.
No, him staying silent is because basically Rai and them was like, hey,
He
be
told
quiet
him not
about
to
this.
say anything.
Yeah, right?
Right,
So
was
he's
just
like,
stop talking. He was like, all right.
that command was basically what like
Well,
led Genjutio not to say anything.
Okay.
about these things,
It's
right?
not even just that, but that means all the events, even before he went to go meet Rai.
Because
The-
beforehand,
everything
they were
else
just
in
like,
occurrence, he's let occur.
yes, you're absolutely
So
correct though.
even before like Rai told him not to speak, he's still like literally was like, oh, I'm gonna let you just be angry and do all these things, even though I know the truth.
それを簡単に手放すだと
Yes.
父上の思いを無にする気か
実に彼らしい。さあ、彼の血を継ぎ、ケルティア家を担う新世代の家主たちよ。もっとやろう。
あなたは未熟なのです。すべての貴族を束ねるロードとして。
ゲシュテル様
君らは知るまい。
それはあの男が先代ロードを
先代がロードの座をあの方に譲ろうとなさったことなのだ。罪があるとするなら、それはあなたの導き方を間違えたこと。ロードとしてふさわしい人物にあなたを育てられなかったことだ。そしてあの方がなぜ先代の申し出を断られたのか。あなたはお二人の誠の思いを計り知ろうともせず、劇場に駆られるばかりだ。いい加減になさいませ。
尊敬すべき古参家主とはいえ、そのような話を軽々しく信じるわけには参りません。
長々と余計なことを申しました。そろそ
It's
ろ
like
な
he
す
could
べ
have
き
just
ことを
said something earlier.
See?
Like,
But it
yeah,
seems,
yeah,
but
don't worry. I
it seems
completely agree with
literally
you. I'm
like,
not saying
oh,
that.
if I said anything, none of them would have believed me.
正しいご判断です。
I mean, he could have said it, you know, like earlier before these lords became lords, and you're like, yeah, but you know, sure, whatever.
ソウルウェポン。
ラグナロック
But
Look.
she has a fake Ragnarok.
No, that's the thing. It is the real one.
Destruction of everything happens in pairs.
No, there. That's why it's really important to see the two brothers that also have soul weapons. It's something very
clan
like it's
leaders.
just what?
The two clans leaders. All right. Oh, and a redo. Just so cool. This is where we need to have Seraph. And the hall's empty now?
部屋を間違えた
And you failed it so fucking hard. I don't know how.
Alright, so we're back after the end of that one. And Rai walking through the wrong fucking door. Oh, but
Regis's father, Genjutio, had one job and he failed it so hard. And you're like, wait, that's why this. What? None of this makes any sense because you could have just said something earlier. You'd be like, oh, hey, let me explain to you why your dad did that and why Rai turned him down. Like, it
But
would
he
have been
literally
easy.
states there, you didn't take the time to try and understand. Like, me explaining it would not be the same as you just taking the extra amount of, like, effort to really work it out what was really going on here. That idea of showing and telling here, where it's like, even it seems like if he had told her exactly what it is, it wouldn't have abated any of her hatred about
Yes,
the whole
but
situation.
he told none of the other lords. Like they were all clueless, and he was just like, "Yeah,
Why
I
would he
just left
tell
them
any
all
of the other
clueless."
kids?
There's no reason to tell them that Rai is not the traitor at all, right? Like they have no reason. Like that's also another point there that made no sense because W.E.B.T.O.O.N knows that Rai is not the traitor. So like, I can understand him not telling the Lord that, hey, you need to figure out why your dad did not choose you as the first choice, and why he chose Rai, and then why Rai turned it down. Okay, that's a whole different spiel.
Yeah.
However, for him to not have any point tell them that, oh hey, Rai is Noblesse and he hasn't betrayed us for any reason because he would never have betrayed us. Instead, he just left them all in the dark, and everyone just assumes, like, oh yeah, everyone just believes what the Lord says.
Everyone just believes what the Lord says. I mean, why wouldn't they believe what the Lord says? The Lord is always right. Overall, I still feel like I enjoyed everything else that came out of this. Granted, it's just a giant fight episode sequence with a lot of show me your strength and show me your determination between Regis and his fight, and then of course Frankenstein and the two brothers battling it all out here. But I was kind of surprised. I was surprised with the way where it ended. I was figured like Rai would actually make his way entirely to the castle completely unabated or stopped by anybody else, because they're all fighting his knights, as you called them.
Also the thing is that makes even less sense because like the Lord knows who Rai is, right? She knows how powerful he is, and like
the question is, does she know how powerful he is?
Yes, she knows.
I mean, has she actually seen it? I mean, being told and being shown. Come on here. Does she actually know how powerful he is?
I mean, they all know.
Because if she knew how powerful he was, like actually knew it, would she at all put up any of this kind of fight against him? Like, or would she have told all of her clansmen to like, hey, don't worry about his knights. They're weak trash. Attack Rai.
No, how come she just didn't wait for him to show up? Because they knew he was going to show up. And you're like, yeah, we all the lords could just attack him at the same time. It'd be fine. Like, that would have been a better plan. They'd be like,
that would have been a better plan, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think she knows how powerful he really is, especially for the idea when they gave us that whole speech about, like, the Ragnarok weapon. It's like, it's the weapon that can destroy anything, and she's wielding one. So, like, why would she at all be fearful of possibly having Rai if she's carrying the one weapon that potentially could, like, match him or kill him? Just
I don't want to spoil things. I don't want to spoil
you literally can't. I mean, this is the problem with you having all that extra knowledge and me coming up with these questions, and you're like, I can't because it'll spoil it. Either way, overall though, how did you feel at least about this episode, minus the bits of you being upset
poking the hole in the plot here
of the plot that doesn't exist for the rest of us? How did you feel?
No. Poking the hole in Regis's grandfather, W.E.B.T.O.O.N, is a huge problem. Even if I was just watching this, I would have already poked the hole in that and be like, wait, the old man was there before. Yeah, he knows everything. Yes. How come he didn't say anything beforehand? But there was no point not to say anything.
Well, I mean, the question is, did he know anything? Because we only see her. If you're only watching this from that perspective, we only see her see him ask Rai that question. We never see W.E.B.T.O.O.N in the background anywhere when he pops this question, even the multiple times. I'm sure being a person of much better knowledge, he would know this.
He's obviously one of the old lords.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You could infer this just from him being the oldest one still standing, that he probably got wind or knew that he was going to ask Rai.
So even the point where, like, let's say that he doesn't know that Rai, that the old lord, the previous lord asked him, right?
Yeah.
He still knows everything else, right? He still knows that Rai wasn't the traitor. He still knows all of this other information that he was just like, nah, I'm just never going to say anything to any of the lords.
Once again, we don't know that. He may not know. You're also putting him in places and events just because he's in the past that he knows exactly how it went down. That's like saying people who were a part of a conflict know exactly why the conflict occurred in the first place. They may have just been there but weren't at the start of it. They may have come in as the conflict was occurring. So
there's a huge problem here where, like, you don't realize how small the amount of people in the parties are for, like, for this conflict to have happened.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, because we haven't seen how big like all of the nobles are. We don't know how many people there are. I mean, the fact that they have clans, you'd figure there has to be, you know, multiples upon multiple soldiers, and we've only seen a couple of foot soldiers. But if there's individual people, well, at least like what 6, 7 of them, and they all have individual clans, well, there has to be dozens of so other individuals underneath them that they'd each be ruling under. So the idea would be that, okay, there could be some things that they're not, you would figure from that there'd be some things that even the clan heads wouldn't see because there are so many, but we only see them as a very small group, and you're saying that there's only so few of them, that all events should be known by pretty much everybody if there's only like a handful.
That's why we're missing a bunch of flashbacks that were necessary, and I think it's weird that we skipped out all these flashbacks.
Well, we'll have to see what we get from the last episode, which I'm sure will still have a few things completely off for you there, but
it's fine. The entire next episode will be exposition anyways.
Yep, hoping so. Anywho, so
which
how about we give...
kind of I have a problem with already.
All right, well, we'll wait until then before we go into that complete entire rant. Let's get scores out. I'm actually gonna give this one a solid 7 for me. I got more than enough out of this. You got a 5? All right.
Single.
What? Big 5?
Yes.
Just below mediocre? Just me?
No, the 5 is a 5 is average.
5 is 5 average?
Yes.
How about 6 or 7 be like average?
No. I mean, 5 is in the middle.
Oh, it is. That's why I said, mediocre, man. You saw it. It didn't really do much for you, but well, we'll have to wait till Seraph gets back and we can get his score on this as well. But
if the bit where W.E.B.T.O.O.N explains to them that like Rai was not the traitor didn't happen, and he was like he
like
also
at all.
they if they did it where like he also didn't know, and he was like, no, I didn't know, and the only reason why he didn't say anything at all was because Rai had instructed him to not say anything, I would be fine with this episode, maybe give it a 6 or 7. But as soon as he said that, oh, I do know information, then you're like, all right, there's a problem here. You had 800 years to say something and you said nothing at all.
I didn't think this would ever come up again.
yes.
All right. Let's go ahead and let's close this one out. Thank you everyone for joining us for this reaction and Ark's extremely loud rant. If you would be so kind, go ahead and definitely hit that like button down below. And if you enjoyed the content and want to hear more as it comes out, definitely hit that subscribe and bell icon so you can be notified of any of our new shows as they drop. We still got one more for this one. I believe everyone will be back for the next episode, but if not, we'll get it out there for you guys so we can give thoughts on that, and then we'll have a group together for a finale of the whole season as it was. Yep, a full retrospective. Thank you very much. Words are hard. But until then, I am, of course, always your big host. It is Sleepy.
And this is Ark Dragoon out.
Hey, everyone, take it easy and have a good holiday.